Hi, this is a video response for Gypsy Chique's Art of Tarot series, and her last video was on the star, so that's what we'll be looking at today. And the first deck I'd like to show is the Druid Craft Tarot. It's very beautiful. The artwork is very lush, and the artwork was done by Will Worthington. So we see the woman with her two pitchers, one being poured in the water and one being poured on the rocks. The one being poured on the rocks splits and it separates into 5 little streams, and those 5 streams represent the 5 directions. Above her we see the constellation of Ursa Minor, and that leads up to the star, the North Star, which has 8 points in this deck. And there is also a rock formation here, a sacred rock circle, and that has 8 rocks or stones. And that would relate to, that kind of brings in the energy of the star, because as you know, the pyramids and those rock formations were, usually built in connection with the constellations and stars. So the next one I'd like to show is the Thoth deck, the star here. And we have a woman standing on a crystalline structure, and she's pouring water into this big, large body of water that's in front of her, and she's pouring one pitcher on this heavenly body here. Now, I don't know what that planet is. Does not appear to be Earth. The star above her is a 7-pointed star, and that is repeated here as well. And even on her pitcher, the pitcher of water here, there is a 7-pointed star. So 3 7s, that's 21. I don't know if there was a correlation with that particular number. I'm not sure about that. The card is related to Aquarius. There are signs of renewal here and life. There are some flowers and butterflies. Now, on the other side of this body of water, there are a few pyramids there. Once again, kind of making that connection with the heavens, with the stars. And that body of water that's there in front of her, I think that relates to the cosmic consciousness. Because, she is in space there, and I think that makes sense as to what that water is. So I pulled out some other decks this time, and I'd like to show the Anna K Tarot. This is a beautiful version of the star. You could really feel that stillness of the night. It's very dark, beautiful 8-pointed star. And rather than a maiden, Mother Nature is providing the water naturally flowing eternally down these rocks. And there's a plant growing here for the idea of renewal. And, for me, I could just easily get into this card, jump into this card, and sense that purity. And I feel like I could even smell how beautiful it would be to be there. So the next one I'm going to show is the Alchemical Tarot. I showed that last time, and it's unusual, so I thought you might like to see this artwork. He's got a twin-tailed siren. There are several meanings to that symbol, but in this deck it's a very positive meaning. And instead of having pitchers, her body is providing the vessels. On one side she's pouring out red fluid, and on the other side is white. And, they are the life fluids that she is eternally providing. There's a 7-pointed star in the middle, and the stars around it are all of the planets, and then the sun and the moon. There's a white dove here, and that signifies the ascension of the soul. And that theme of ascension comes up in the next 2 decks I'd like to show. So the next one is by the same author and artist as the Alchemical Tarot. It's Robert Place. I have several of his decks. So this is his 7-fold mystery. And it's different. There is no water being poured. There is no pitchers. but it's this idea of the soul's ascension up the cosmological ladder. The soul having the journey, having just gone through, the difficulty of death and hell and renewal now. So that is why you see her ascending. And incrementally, as the cards get brighter through the star, the moon, and the sun, the soul will continue up the journey. And that is what's being shown in this deck. And I think that is a 7-pointed star there. Now, Mary L. did something similar with the idea of ascension. So I thought I'd show that next. This is her version. And below her, it appears to be just crowds and crowds of people. But again, through that's the soul's journey, she's now ready to get in touch with her higher self. And that is what this is showing. This star is imprinted here on her womb, on her dress there. And again, there are no pictures of water, but it's the idea of a type of ascension. And the last one I want to show is it's an older deck. It's from the Vision Quest Tarot. It's a very beautiful deck. It's based on shamanic and Native American art. And we have the woman with her bowl of water. She's wearing a symbol of the water. It's a seashell there. These two water birds, I think they might be herons. And the star above her is a 16-pointed star, which I've never seen before in another deck. But it appears as though the star is providing the energy that allows the water to eternally pour from her bowl. And it gives the idea that the abundance that is provided by the divine is always there for us. So as we are able to continually receive it, we are able to continually give it out. And so that's the Vision Quest Tarot. And that's all I'm going to show today. Thank you, Gypsy, and I'll see you for the moon. Bye.